So we were finishing up talking about those adjacent angles. So we had angle, I said adjacent are angles that are next to each other. So we had this angle and this angle here are next to each other. So we'll say angle JLK and angle KLM. They share a side. So those are our adjacent angles. Example 2, given that angle 1 is complement of angle 2 and measure of angle 1 is 17, find measure of angle 2. So the measure of angle 1, if they're complements, that means they sum to 90. So measure of angle 1 and measure of angle 2 must equal 90. And they told us here that the measure of angle 1 is 17, so I can put 17 there, plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90. And now we're back to a very simple algebra problem, giving us the measure of angle 2 is equal to, what is that, 73 degrees? 80, 90, yes. Problem number, that would be A. In part B, they're asking us to, given that that angle 3 is supplement of angle 4, supplement, what does that mean? They sum to 180 degrees. So we have measure of angle 3 plus measure of angle 4 equals 180. And they told us measure of angle 3 is 119, so we'll put that in there. Copy the rest down. And you're like, Mr. Keaton, I could do this in my head. Yeah, but this is how we show our work. And we get the measure of angle 4 is equal to, what is that, 71 degrees? Correct me if I make a mistake. Okay. Complementary and supplementary. Let's go ahead. Here, our next example, extra example 3. Two roads intersect to form, keyword there, supplementary angles. Supplementary angles, I'm thinking 180 degrees already. So angle XYW and XYW, that would be this angle. And YWZ, that would be this angle here. Find measure of XYW and YWZ. Oh, they want us to find those two angles. So if they're supplementary, that means they're summed to 180, which means I can write angle XYW, or the measure of that, plus the measure of angle WYZ equals 180. And now we can come down here and we go, that's 2x plus 14 plus 4x minus 20. That all equals 180 degrees. Simplifying this, on the right we got 6x combining like terms, and 14 minus 20 is negative 6. It's 180. I'll add 6 to both sides. Gives me 186 is equal to 6x. Divide by 6. That looks like x equals 31 degrees. Now, is that what they asked us to find? No, they asked us to substitute that in to find these angles. So that's going to give me 2 times 31 plus 14, which is 6276 degrees. That would be that angle. And over here, we're going to have to go 4 times 31 minus 20. That gives me 124. 124 minus 20, or 104 degrees. And notice these two angles here, they're supplementary. This plus this equals 180 degrees. So that's a double check there. Next prime, identify all the linear pairs and all of the vertical angles in the figure. Oh. So let's do linear pairs. Linear pairs. Well, angle 1 and angle 2 form a straight line. That's a linear pair. Angle 2 and 3 are a linear pair. They form a straight line. And these down here are not a linear pair because a pair implies 2. So they're not a pair. And I can't see another linear pair there. So we'll stop there. If you see one, go ahead and correct me. Vertical angles. Angles opposite each other. So vertical angles opposite each other. So this angle and this angle are opposite. Angle 1 and angle 3. And that's all I see for vertical angles. They have to be congruent and